The Ashes, Jack's Monash home too. Now, Jack liked to use menu log on the internet to order his food, and he'd get quite irate when the food was late because he'd monitor that little map as the vehicle was approaching. Come on, come on, come on. And what really annoyed him was when it went off to deliver to someone else first. He says, oh, that frustrated him. Sometimes it took ages, and he'd order in the morning sometimes, but come on, come on, come on. He'd whinge and complain about the menu log and food delivery because it delivered in Tuggeranong, and he wanted his hamburgers and his chips and his Big Macs. He wanted them because he wanted to enjoy the good life. Did Jack? He'd order the hamburgers and the chips and French fries and pizzas and things, and he'd enjoy the good life and sit in front of the couch watching the footy to the cricket to the cricket to the footy. The seasons changing and same old sporting stuff he'd watch. The Ashes was a big thrill. The Ashes itself, the England versus Australia. Go Australia! That was a big thrill for Jack because he played in the Wildcats, the indoor cricket. And they were a successful team. They'd done a few things in cricket by now, and Jack was getting on a bit. He wasn't a spring chicken anymore. He wasn't an old man yet, and bordering on middle aged. But he still enjoyed his cricket, his regular healthy exercise, and it was one way of working off the menu log extra calorie count, if you know what I mean. The exercise, which he got to well enough with his indoor cricketing, got the weight off well enough. Jack enjoyed his Monash home and he enjoyed his home deliveries, and he did that every few days. He'd get a home delivery. He was careful with the budget. He wouldn't spend too much, even though he would like to indulge if he could afford to. And he had an okay enough income, but he enjoyed his menu log. And the other thing he really enjoyed was his little, in the backyard, the putt-putt thing which he had set up on golf. Just a little putt-putt set of holes. It wasn't a huge backyard, but it was big enough for 3 basic putt-putt holes, which he'd had laid down with cement and covered over with that green carpet-like substance with the hole put in place. And they were different designs to make it challenging to putt the ball into the hole. Now, Jack had been working on this for a few years now. They'd been in place a few years, the putt-putt holes, and he was getting better at sinking it at one shot. Didn't always get it done, but he knew the angles where to hit it to try and get it in one shot. The mates would come around occasionally and play putt-putt, and we'd run little mini competitions on his putt-putt, and he enjoyed that thing as well as his menu log and his indoor cricket. And the new thing, the Noahidism. These are the kind of things which kept him busy enough in his Monash home at home, and of course making love to the woman every now and again, and that kept his dander up as well.